Good evening, guys. I've had a very busy day today, and because I want to try and do a vlog this week on my run up to my one-day event this weekend and then on the event, I'm going to just come to you now while it's fresh in my mind. I've been for a jump lesson tonight with Adrian Spate. It's gone really well. I'm really pleased with Captain. We was working on his canter and me just staying up in my body, doing lots of poles in front of jumps and stuff like that. But I said to Adrian that basically when I go into a show jump ring, my mind goes blank because all I'm thinking about is the course of jumps that I've got to jump, and I just stopped riding. I don't know, it's just I've always been like it. I'm rubbish at show jumping. I think I overthink seeing a stride too much, and then I just seem to go to pot a little bit. So I just sort of said to him I want to work on getting the canter that I need, so that I know if I've got that right canter that that's what I need to go into a fence and I'll be fine. I need to stop thinking about everything else. So that's what we worked on, and actually it was really good, because as I said in my previous vlog, he's very good at just tucking his head in, and like sort of just going over bent and looking at the floor basically. So Adrian just sort of said to me to shorten my reins up a little bit, which it's a tiny little thing, but it just makes such a difference. And because he's so soft in the mouth and he just sits behind the contact, I then ride with a longer rein to try and encourage him to take the contact out, whereas actually it's completely doing the opposite effect, and then he goes in, I've got no contact, and yeah, it just doesn't work. So actually taking a slightly shorter rein and riding him into the contact, shock horror, seemed to work. So I'm really chuffed with that. It's been really beneficial. I also have a new horse that arrived last night. His name is Guinness. I'm probably going to try and just give him his own little vlog, I think, to keep you guys guessing, because I'm starting to figure out this is how it works and I need to give you something exciting so that you want to watch my next video. So yeah, I'll probably won't be straight away. I want to give him a bit of a glow up because he's not in the best of states, bless him. But he's very sweet, and I've spent a bit of time with him today. And yeah, he's nice, so that will come at a later date. But yeah, I just wanted to, while it was fresh in my mind, just talk to you about how my lesson went. Obviously I didn't get any footage of it, which is a bit of a shame, but it's just how it goes. But I'm really chuffed with how it went. So yeah, we'll see how the rest of the week goes. Hey Captain, I've just been for a nice little hack. We're just on the homeward straight. You've been a very good boy. We had a rest day yesterday after our lesson on Monday, because it's gone so well, and I feel like the lesson went on maybe slightly longer than it was meant to. And I woke up feeling a bit achy, so I thought, well, if I'm feeling achy, this man's going to be feeling achy shortly. So we had a little rest day, so we've just been for a nice little stretch out today, a bit of canter work, and then I think we will probably do a bit of dressage tomorrow in the school and run through our test for Saturday. So yeah, that's what we're on with. I do look very tired, so I do apologise for my face. Whenever I'm out hacking, guys, and I'm just having a walk, I always just ride a bit like this, to be honest. Just try and make it as relaxed as possible for him and just let him have a nice stretch. As you can see, he's quite happy and content. Sometimes even in my trot work I will really try and work on him actually just not sitting behind the bridle and just taking a bit of a stretch. Sometimes in the canter he finds it a little bit stressful, not stressful, probably exciting really more than anything, and he will revert back to his little head tuck in, but that's fine, it's all progressive. I think eventually we will get there with those sorts of bits, but especially when he's by himself, he finds the trees and the birds flapping and bits and pieces like that very scary. So he's allowed to be a little bit tense. It's fine. He's very different when he's with another horse. He's like this all the time, very chilled. Hi guys. So I've just schooled Captain. I did get a little bit of filming for you, and then my phone fell on the floor. So for the part where he stopped being a bit annoying, spooking at stuff and actually doing a bit of work nicely, my phone was filming the grass, so that's a bit of a shame. But I'm not overly happy with how he's gone tonight. He's just gone in there and he's just been really tense and stupid, just spooking at stuff, just having little issues going into canter, and just very babyish where we'd sort of worked past. So I'm a little bit disappointed with how he's gone, but he did finish off and do a bit of nice work, but I haven't really managed to run through my test because he just needed to settle down a little bit and actually just do some other stuff rather than me trying to write a test. So I was just going to take him for a little hack tomorrow before Saturday, but actually now I think I'm just going to school him again tomorrow, and just try and get him to just relax a little bit more, just settle into it. Yeah, but I think I didn't help my situation because I was rushing. I always give him some chaff or something before I ride, because he's had ulcers in the past, which I didn't do tonight because I was just rushing because of the daylight. So that could have been a bit of a factor, that he was just being a bit stupid. So it's my own fault, and I always feel like with this horse, when you rush in, you're best off just not bothering, because it's like he knows. You're better off just having loads of time, and it always seems to go a lot better. So yeah, anyway, it's fine, it's just reality and life. So we'll try again tomorrow, and hopefully it goes a little bit better before Saturday, won't it? So actually, having watched this back now, I feel like you might think I was being a bit hard on him by saying that he hadn't gone very well, and that I wasn't overly happy. It doesn't look horrendous, but when you're riding it, I can just feel how tense he is, and like there, you can just see he just literally is sitting behind the bridle. I mean, to any normal person that's watching, you might look at it and just think, oh, he looks lovely. But he's just very tense. He's not in the frame that I would want him to be in. I'm just trying to do a few different movements to relax him a little bit. He just, I know how much better he can go, and if I'm honest, sometimes when he's riding at home, he's actually more tense at home in this school than he would be if I boxed him up and took him somewhere he didn't know. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just because he almost feels a little bit like he can be cocky because he's at home. I honestly do not know why he finds it more of a reason to be stressed, really. I say stressed. He maybe isn't stressed. He's maybe just excitable and quirky. He is quite fit, so that's probably a part in it. He's probably just a bit full of it. Again, I know he doesn't, to just watching this, he doesn't look full of it, but basically for the first 5 minutes, if I put my leg on, there's a potential that he's going to bronc me off. So obviously I need to be able to put my leg on for me to be able to actually ride him properly. So here he popped himself into canter, and you can see he's just scooting away. Sort of missed what he actually did at the start there. He just uses any excuse of something frightening him to scoot and tuck his bum under. I think he does it again in a second here. Just sort of spooks at something and scoots away with me. It doesn't look overly bad, but this is all just sort of silly little things that we thought we was past. I will at some point go through, his previous history of what he's been like, which will maybe just explain a little bit more. But we had sort of moved past all this, and he had started really relaxing into his work. But like I say here, he's just a bit tense. And normally after he's had a canter, he would settle down a little bit. But I just felt today, even after the canter, I didn't get that relaxed frame that I wanted, and actually been able to just put my leg on and getting him bending round my leg. So yeah, it's not that I'm being hard on him. He is only young, and I do obviously appreciate that. It's just he had been really settling before now, so that's why it's just a little bit frustrating. But it's like snakes and ladders with this horse job, isn't it? You move up a few steps and then you hit a snake and you come flying back down again. But hopefully this is just, it was one night, and like I said, I was in a rush for daylight. As you can see, the lighting's really not great. So hopefully this is just a one-time thing. But yeah, I'll leave you to just watch the rest of it. There, he spooked again. So yeah, he was just finding everything a little bit silly. So I did just come round again. And I just walked him up that top end. He always finds that end really scary because there's a hedge and the road behind it. Not that we get that much traffic behind it, but all the horses just seem to find it very scary. So I just gave him a little walk and a pat. I'm aware that this videoing is really rubbish and you can't really see anything from that end. Hello guys, just thought I would come on while I'm packing up, ready for tomorrow. Schooled him again today and we went a lot better. He was a lot more relaxed, but I had a lot more time, and I gave him a little lunge beforehand actually because it was quite windy. One thing this horse doesn't like is the wind. So whether or not that helped or he was just in a better mood today, who knows. So yeah, I practiced my test and it went quite well. I was pleased. I did try and film it, and then looking back on it, I was just filming my head trotting around, so afraid that isn't any good for you. Flatting up tonight because we've got to leave just after 5. So yeah, all loaded up, ready to go. So yeah, looking forward to a good day tomorrow. Hopefully you'll be alright, so we'll see you then.
Good morning guys, it's bright and early. Captain's all ready to go. Excited.
So I will talk you through my dressage test as it goes along. The warm-up was particularly busy and a bit stressful, but he was very well behaved. I couldn't have asked for any more really. So yeah, he warmed up quite nicely in the end. So for my trot down the centre line, I got an 8 and it said very straight in the comments, which I do remember thinking it was particularly straight. For my change of rein, I got another 8, no comment was made. And my first half circle, I got an 8, and the comment was keep balance. And my second circle, I got another 8. For this transition, I got a 6, and it said ran up. And for the 20-metre circle, I got an 8, and it said keep nose forward. And for the transition, I got a 7, it said shortened neck in transition. And for this circle, I got a 7, neck tending to short. And this circle, I got a 6, ridden as a square, which I do remember thinking I'd ridden it very badly. For my transition, I got a 6.5, swing quarters out. And for the circle, I got another 6.5, behind the vertical and 2 deep. For my transition to trot, I got a 7.5, no comment. And the medium walk, I got a 7 without a comment also. For my free walk on long rein, I got a 7 and it says needs to be allowed to stretch from E. And my medium walk round up the centre line was 7, neck short. And then the transition into trot at my halt, I got a 6, quarters right at centre line. Overall, I was very happy with him. He got a 28.8. My show jumping round felt a little bit deflated after, but anyway, I will tell you more about that at a later date. He went quite green, but watching it back, it doesn't look as bad as it felt. The first 2, he just was backing off into them a little bit, but that was fine. Fence number 3, I don't know what went wrong. We just didn't get a stride. Absolutely clattered through the pair of them, which was a little bit disappointing. I did just have to split the videos up because they was on a different angle. So then after that, he seemed to just be ballooning them a little bit. Here, he made quite a big jump over that. So yeah, after we clattered through those 2 fences, I think it did go a little bit better. I just really was having to ride him into every fence because he was just taking a little look at them, which is fine. He's a baby, he's allowed to do that. But yeah, I will tell you a little bit more about the showroom round at a later date. On to walking the cross-country course, which we actually did before all the dressage and everything. It's all looking very nice and inviting. He did jump a few of these fences when we came to Epworth and did the have a go, so I wasn't particularly worried. This was more to be a bit of a confidence spin for him before we went to OSB. So there was nothing particularly that was standing out to me that I was worried about, but I just knew I would have to ride everything forward. Good morning, guys. It is a Sunday morning here with Guinness. I just wanted to come to you after yesterday and just basically wrap this vlog up and give you a overview of how it all went. So the dressage is the dressage warm-up is about 10 minutes from the lorry park, which I actually find fine. It does Captain a bit good to just have a little bit of a walk and just chill out a little bit beforehand. Clemmy and her horse Belle found it a little bit stressful. Oh, that's the dog just got a zap off the fence. Oh dear. Yeah, found it a little bit stressful, but actually Captain was a very good boy and I think he helped Belle keep a lid on it. Yeah, there was, as we got to the warm-up, there was a few people having issues getting past the house with a load of dogs barking, and yeah, it was a little bit stressful, I'm not gonna lie. And then once we actually got into the warm-up, like, I don't know, it just seemed like there was a lot of horses in a small space. So yeah, me and Clemmy both just sort of went our separate ways and just tried to get the horses moving and thinking about something different. And also we wanted to sort of keep out of each other's way so that they didn't get nappy towards each other, because they was whinnying into each other a little bit. Anyway, after a slightly stressful 10 minutes warming up, they both really settled down, and yeah, they was working in nicely. So I went in and yeah, I was pleased with how he felt. It was his first time actually going in a grass arena, and actually schooling on grass really. It's not something that I've done with him before. So yeah, I was very open-minded as to how it was going to go. He's just having a real good scratch, nearly pushing me over. So yeah, and as you'll see from the video, he did a lovely test. There was a few bad errors on my part on circles and bits and pieces like that, but overall I was absolutely chuffed, and he was one of 3 that out of our section that got a sub 30, so I couldn't have asked for any more from him really. I was chuffed. So yeah, that was good. On to the show jumping. It just seems to be my arch nemesis, to be honest. I mean, looking back on the video, it looked better than it felt. He just went in and just was backing off some of the fences. He was just a bit green. I mean, I don't know. Looking back, it looked an alright round apart from our absolute royal mess up at fence 3. And actually, I do think that was my fault. It was disunited. I should have, after the fence 2, I should have just got his trot back, changed his canter lead, and got it right before I came into it. But anyway, hindsight's a wonderful thing. That didn't happen. And yeah, we continued the round. He went all right after. He was still just being a bit green and backing off them, which that's fine. He doesn't have that much ring experience with show jumping, but that has given me the homework of I need to go out and do some show jumping before OSB, because it did just make me question whether or not I've done the right thing entering the 90. Because I don't want him to scare himself. That's what I'm worried about. But I think it's fine. I just now need to go and do my homework and work on it. So yeah, that's fine. So yeah, we had 2 poles in the show jumping, which yeah, it is what it is. On to the cross country. I didn't actually get any video footage, so I do apologise about that. I will do better at this whole vlogging thing. I will try harder. So yeah, my aim for this was I wanted to go out. I wanted to try and make time, because I wanted to see how fit he felt sending it on. And because he'd already been round at the Have a Go and seen quite a few of the fences that we'd jumped, I wanted to sort of actually just go and just ride it forward and yeah, just give it a good go, really. So I went out the start box and I rode it like I meant it, which he was a very good boy. I do think maybe I ought to have sat him back a little bit coming into some of the fences, because I think he just wanted a little bit more time into some of them, to have a little look. But actually, fitness-wise, he felt good. I would like him to have a little bit more running towards the end, but again, I just need to do a bit of hill work with him, a bit of gallop work, go to the beach and do a bit of stuff like that before OSB. But yeah, overall I was chuffed. He never at one point gave me any inkling that he was going to stop or run out or anything like that, and I think he enjoyed it. So yeah, overall I was really chuffed with that. And yeah, we finished up and we actually finished 9th, which to say we had 2 poles, I was quite impressed with, really. So yeah, I mean, our first one-day event, I couldn't have asked for any more from him. He coped with the atmosphere and everything so well. And yeah, it's all just training. It was a great experience for us both, and it's given us some homework to go away and work on. So yeah, very happy with how it all went. And yeah, we'll just work on what we've learnt from it, really. So I thought I would do my outro here with Guinness, just so that you guys could see him, because I am actually in the process of working on his little vlog, which will hopefully come out next week. But yeah, this is Guinness, and he is very sweet. So yeah, I'll leave it there, guys, because it is Mother's Day today and I want to go and enjoy my day with my little boy Ralph. So I'll leave it there, but I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's alright, and I will get better at the videoing content, guys. Like I said in the last one, this is all a bit new to me, and the whole talking into a camera, it's a bit daunting at times, and especially doing it in public, I'm not quite sure I'm there yet. But hopefully I will get there, and yeah, I'll try and get more riding context for you. But yeah, please like my page, comment on this video, tell me what you'd like to see. Yeah, just give me some feedback, guys. It'd be greatly appreciated. The bits you like, the bits you don't like, but I don't need anything negative, so be nice to me. And yeah, just subscribe, follow, like, come along with our journey, and come along and see what I've got to tell you about Guinness. So I'll see you all soon, guys. Thanks for watching.